Hi, I'm Toyne. I was one of Australia's leading tennis players in the 1960s.
Fruit rocks!
So, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Racy here again for Fruit Park YouTube channel, and again this afternoon in another one of the series with Toyne. You will notice on the little sideboard there is a candelabra. Now we're going to come back and talk to that during the course of this interview, but in the end of the previous YouTube we started to allude as to the treatment that certain tennis players received, and there is an interesting second part of the series here that will talk and connect Ken Fletcher to the narrative. But I'd love you to tell me the story in relation to the £10.
Yes, it was amazing. I didn't have enough money to come back to play the Australian circuit, so I played in the covered court championships in Great Britain, and having defeated Virginia Wade in the semi-final, it probably appeared in the papers here, I would think. So after I played Anne Haddon-Jones in the final, I went to get my £10, that's for living in London for a week, and they said to me, Australia has sent a telegram saying we are not to give you the £10 because you are playing out of their playing days, which was the 1st of October to the 28th of February every year. And I just thought that was really, really poor. And in '66 I was coming back to Australia from Israel, and when I played the final and won, I went to them to get my $200, and they said, oh, we've just received a telegram from the Australian Tennis Association saying to withhold your expenses, but we think it's a load of rubbish, and here's your $200. I've always had a soft spot for them because I was actually playing my way home, and from there I went to Hong Kong and I met Ken Fletcher, as I call him Fletch, and him and I were very similar because he was shunted out of Australia too and went to live in Hong Kong and forgotten by the Australian Tennis Association, and he took me all over Hong Kong, and Fletch and I are both from Brisbane, so we sort of grew up playing together even though he's older than I am. So when I see these juniors being given everything, I just wonder, is that the reason that we don't produce any good players or many good players anymore, because it's all too easy. When you have to win to eat, it's a real big incentive.
Yes, I think you may well have hit a nail on the head there. And when you visited Fletch, was Hugh Lunn in Hong Kong at that stage?
No, but Hugh used to come over very often when Ken sent him a telegram and said come. So I met him in England and Paris, and so that's how I met Hugh Lund. And he was also a friend of the Meshers, and Ken was too, and they lived in London. And yes, I know Hugh's written a few books about, Fletch, which I've read, and Sally Ann Atkinson, and I'm glad that I've at last been able to say about the Australian Tennis Association, because I went to my father, I was 20, and I said, Dad, I think I'm going to go overseas. And he just looked at me and said, yes, we can't help you, but we'll bring you home if you get into trouble.
That was very nice of him.
Yeah.
Backstop.
Yeah, backstop. Yeah, so it was tough.